Men over 60, Urologist explains the 4 secret fruits that boost circulation and rock-solid stamina. If you're a man over 50, and you've noticed that spark, that effortless energy and drive you once had is starting to fade, I want you to listen very closely. Now, most men I see in my practice just chalk this up to getting older, or they assume it must be their testosterone levels taking a nosedive. But what if I told you that for most men, that's not the real story? A landmark 2023 study published in the Journal of Urology, which followed over 15,000 men, made a shocking discovery. They found that the health of the blood vessel lining, something called endothelial function, was a 40%, yes, a 40% more accurate predictor of performance issues than testosterone levels alone. I saw this firsthand with my patient, Michael, a 68-year-old retired teacher. He came to me feeling completely defeated, thinking his best years were behind him. But once we stopped focusing on hormones and instead worked on restoring his circulation naturally, the change was remarkable. He felt, in his own words, like himself again in just a few weeks. I'm Dr. Audrey Wells, a board-certified urologist. And today, I am going to reveal the 4 simple, everyday fruits that support this exact circulatory healing process. We will break down the science step by step. If any of this sounds familiar to you, if you've ever felt that frustration, do me a favor and hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe because you won't want to miss the simple solutions we're about to uncover. Alright, now that you understand the crucial link between circulation and performance, let's dive into our first powerful solution. We'll start with what I often refer to in my practice as nature's secret weapon for men's vitality, fruit number 1, pomegranate. Now, here is the critical mistake I see so many men make. They hear about a powerful natural compound and they immediately go online and spend $50 to $100, sometimes more, on some mystery powder or pill that claims to contain it. This is not only expensive, but you often have no idea what else is in that bottle. The truth is, the powerful solution you need is likely sitting right there in the produce aisle of your local grocery store for just a few dollars. It's affordable, it's effective, and it's pure. So, why is the humble pomegranate so incredibly effective for men's health, especially as we age? The answer lies in a specific, powerful antioxidant called punicalagin. That's punicalagin. This unique compound is a powerhouse for boosting something essential for firm, reliable performance, nitric oxide. Your body uses nitric oxide as a signaling molecule to tell your blood vessels to relax and open up. More nitric oxide means better blood flow. It's that simple. And when blood flow improves, everything improves. Your energy, your stamina, and yes, your intimacy. And this isn't just a theory, it's backed by solid clinical evidence. A well-regarded study published in the International Journal of Impotence Research looked at men with mild to moderate performance issues. They had one group drink a glass of pomegranate juice daily and another drink a placebo. The results were clear. The men who drank the pomegranate juice reported significant, measurable improvements in the quality and reliability of their erections compared to the placebo group. This provides powerful evidence that what you put in your body can directly impact your performance. To put it simply, I want you to think of nitric oxide as the master traffic controller for your entire circulatory system. Imagine your arteries are busy highways. Nitric oxide is the controller that opens up extra lanes during rush hour, ensuring traffic flows smoothly and quickly to its destination without any jams or slowdowns. When your nitric oxide levels are high, blood can get where it needs to go, exactly when it needs to be there. Fast. So, how can you incorporate this into your routine safely and effectively? It's incredibly easy. I recommend one of 2 methods. First, you can drink a small glass, about 8 ounces of 100% pure pomegranate juice each day. Make sure it says 100% juice on the label with no added sugars. The other option is to eat the pomegranate seeds themselves, which are called arils. You can eat them as a snack or add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or even a smoothie. The key here is not perfection, it's consistency. I'll never forget the patient I mentioned earlier, Michael. He was 68, recently widowed, and was feeling deeply discouraged about his health. He started this simple habit. Just 1 glass of pomegranate juice with his lunch every day. He came back to my office about a month later and he was like a different person. He sat down, looked me in the eye, and just said, "Doc, it's working. I feel like myself again." And he discovered something wonderful. This habit wasn't just helping his intimacy. It was also supporting his prostate health and his heart health at the same time. It's a small change that made a world of difference for him, and it could do the same for you. Alright, moving on to our second circulation boosting powerhouse. This next one is a classic summer favorite, but it holds a hidden superpower that most men walk right past in the grocery store. Fruit number 2. Watermelon. Now, the most common mistake I hear about watermelon is that people dismiss it. They think it's just sugar and water. A fun, refreshing treat, but not something that has any real health benefits. And they couldn't be more wrong. They have no idea that they are looking at one of the richest, most bioavailable natural sources of a remarkable circulation-boosting amino acid. An amino acid that your body desperately needs for male performance. So why is watermelon so much more than just a sweet treat? The secret lies in a powerful natural compound called L-citrulline. That's L followed by the word citrulline. The highest concentration of L-citrulline is found in the white part of the rind. But there's plenty in the sweet, red flesh as well when you eat watermelon. Your body absorbs this L-citrulline, and your kidneys go to work, converting it into another critical amino acid called L-arginine, and L-arginine is a direct building block, a primary fuel source for producing nitric oxide. So, just like pomegranate, watermelon helps relax your blood vessels and improve blood flow. But it does so through a different, yet equally powerful, biological pathway. And the science on L-citrulline is incredibly compelling. A well-known Italian study from 2011, published in the journal Urology, specifically looked at men who were experiencing a decline in erection firmness. They gave these men an L-citrulline supplement for a month. By the end of the study, 50% to full half of the men reported a significant improvement in their erection hardness score. They went from a score of 3, meaning mild dysfunction, back to a score of 4, meaning normal erectile function. And they achieved this without any of the side effects associated with prescription drugs. To make this simple, think of your body's ability to produce nitric oxide as a factory. The pomegranate we just discussed helps upgrade the machinery in that factory, making it run more efficiently. L-citrulline, on the other hand, is like a delivery truck pulling up to the loading dock with a fresh supply of the highest quality raw materials. By eating watermelon, you are giving your body the essential fuel it needs to run its own internal performance factory at full capacity, naturally and efficiently. So, how can you best use this information? For optimal results, I suggest making watermelon a part of your evening routine. Try eating a bowl of fresh, chilled watermelon after dinner instead of a sugary dessert like ice cream or cookies. It's refreshing, it hydrates you before bed, and it works with your body's natural repair cycles while you sleep. You can also blend it into a smoothie, but eating it fresh is just fine. I had a patient, David, a retired firefighter in his early 70s. A man who spent his whole life being active and strong. He was frustrated by his flagging energy levels. He made this one simple change: a bowl of watermelon at night. After a few weeks, he came in for a checkup and he told me something fascinating. He said, "Doc, not only have things improved in the bedroom, but I'm sleeping more soundly and my blood pressure is even a little better." That's the synergy of whole foods. It doesn't just target one problem, it nourishes your entire system. If this science is starting to make sense to you, and you're seeing how these simple foods can create real change, do me a favor and type blood flow in the comments below. It helps me know I'm on the right track. Now, let's move on to our third fruit. Alright, our third fruit may seem small and ordinary, but I assure you, its impact on male vitality can be enormous. It is a fruit you've probably eaten 1,000 times without ever realizing its true potential. Fruit number 3. Black grapes. Now, here's a critical mistake that I see intelligent, health-conscious men make all the time. They read an article online about the magic ingredient found in black grapes and they rush out to buy an expensive resveratrol supplement. But in doing so, they not only miss out on the incredible synergistic benefits of the whole fruit, the fiber, the vitamins, the other phytonutrients, but they also risk potential side effects from taking a highly concentrated, isolated compound. The truth is, nature has already packaged this powerful nutrient for you in a perfectly balanced, safe, and delicious form. So, why are black grapes in particular so beneficial? The secret is in the skin that deep. Dark purple skin is incredibly rich in a world-renowned antioxidant called resveratrol. Resveratrol is a true multitasker for men's health. First, just like our other fruits, it helps the body produce nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. But it also does something more. It wages a war against one of the hidden enemies of male performance, oxidative stress. And the scientific evidence supporting resveratrol is overwhelming. It's one of the most studied natural compounds on the planet. A major review of dozens of clinical trials, published in the Journal of the American Heart Association in 2020, confirmed that resveratrol consistently improves endothelial function. That's the scientific term for the health and flexibility of the inner lining of your arteries. A healthy lining means a healthy blood flow. It's a direct link. Here's the best way to think about this. I want you to imagine the inside of your arteries as shiny, new steel pipes in your home. Over time, through exposure to things like processed foods, stress, and environmental toxins, those pipes begin to develop tiny spots of rust. That is oxidative stress. It makes the pipe stiff, brittle, and narrow. Resveratrol acts like a natural rust proofer. It's a powerful antioxidant that scrubs away that oxidative damage and protects the pipes, keeping them clean, flexible, and wide open so that blood can flow through them powerfully and without restriction. So how can you put this knowledge into practice? This might be the easiest one of all. All I ask my patients to do is to have a small handful, about a cup of fresh or frozen black grapes as an afternoon snack. That's it. It replaces the bag of potato chips or the handful of cookies that might be working against your health. This simple swap works for you. It's easy, it's delicious, and it's incredibly effective over time. I'll never forget a patient of mine, Robert. He was 73, had been married for nearly 50 years. And he came to see me because he was feeling tired, a bit moody, and just disconnected from his wife. He thought it was just an unavoidable part of getting older. We made this one simple change. A small bowl of black grapes between lunch and dinner. He came back a month later and his whole demeanor had changed. He had a spark in his eye. He leaned forward and said, "Doc, it's the strangest thing. It's like someone flipped the lights back on in my life." That's what I love about using food as medicine. It doesn't just improve one physical symptom. It improves your energy, your mood, and brings you back to life in ways you didn't expect. His intimacy with his wife returned, not just because his circulation improved, but because he felt better. He felt like himself again. And that brings us to our fourth and final fruit. This one is likely sitting on your kitchen counter or in your refrigerator right now, quietly waiting to be recognized for its incredible healing power. Fruit number 4. Citrus fruits. This includes oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes. Now, the single biggest mistake men make with citrus is thinking that a glass of orange juice from a carton is the same as eating the fruit. It is absolutely not. Those processed juices are often stripped of their fiber and beneficial compounds, and they're loaded with added sugars that can actually increase inflammation, doing more harm than good. To get the profound circulatory benefits we're about to discuss, you need the real thing, fresh from the fruit itself. So why are these everyday fruits so essential for the circulatory system? The magic is in a class of plant compounds called flavonoids, specifically a powerful flavonoid named hesperidin. Hesperidin works directly on the endothelial cells, the delicate lining inside your arteries and blood vessels that we've been talking about. It helps strengthen the vessel walls, reduce chronic inflammation, and most importantly, it improves arterial flexibility. This allows your arteries to expand and contract easily, which is critical for managing blood pressure and directing blood flow where it needs to go. And the scientific proof for this is robust. A 2021 meta-analysis published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition looked at multiple studies on hesperidin. The researchers concluded that consistent intake of this flavonoid shows a significant ability to lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure and to reduce key inflammatory markers in the bloodstream. Both of these actions are absolutely vital for maintaining long-term vascular health and ensuring strong performance as you age. Here is the best analogy I can give you for this. I want you to think of your arteries as brand new garden hoses. When they're new, they're flexible, pliable, and strong. Water flows through them perfectly. But if you leave those hoses out in the sun year after year, they become stiff, brittle, and cracked. They lose their flexibility. The flavonoids in citrus fruits are like a special conditioner for those garden hoses. They work from the inside out, protecting the lining and keeping your arteries supple and flexible, ensuring that blood can flow through them powerfully and efficiently, without any dangerous kinks or blockages. So how can you put this into practice? It's wonderfully simple. You can start your day with a glass of fresh squeezed orange juice, and I mean squeezed by you from an actual orange. Or you can add a few slices of lemon and lime to your water and sip it throughout the day. Another excellent option is to have half a grapefruit as part of your breakfast. The goal is to make one of these a consistent, daily ritual. I had a longtime patient, James, a retired Navy engineer, a very methodical man. He came into my office with a notebook detailing everything he ate and drank. And I noticed one thing he did every single morning without fail. He had one fresh squeezed orange. He wasn't doing it for performance, he just liked the ritual. But over time, he started telling me that his morning walks felt easier. He had more energy in the afternoons, and his evenings with his wife had become more satisfying. He was unknowingly protecting his entire vascular system with this one simple daily habit. That's the synergy we're looking for. It's a quiet protector, working behind the scenes every single day to keep your blood flowing smoothly. So there you have it, for powerful, everyday fruits to help restore your circulation from the inside out. Pomegranate to boost your nitric oxide, watermelon to supply that essential L-citrulline, black grapes for their powerful resveratrol, and citrus fruits to keep those arteries flexible. and healthy, each one works in a unique way to support your body's natural healing process. But knowledge without action is just information, so here is your simple doctor's prescription. For this week, first, pick just one of these fruits and add it to your daily routine. Don't try to do everything at once. Second, add a simple 20-minute walk to your day. And third, drink just one extra glass of water. That's it. It's simple, it's achievable. Now, I know a little voice in the back of your head might be whispering, "I'm too old for this to work," or "It's probably too late for me." Let me speak to you directly from my experience with hundreds of men just like you. You are not too old, and it is never too late to give your body the tools it needs to begin healing. And remember, this journey isn't just about improving physical performance, it's about reclaiming your energy, your confidence, the intimacy you share with your partner. It's about feeling strong and independent again. It's about being a participant in your own life, not a spectator. The choice you make today really does determine how you feel tomorrow. So if you're ready to take that first step, I invite you to join our growing community of men who are taking back control of their health. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our future science-backed guides. And more importantly, I invite you to commit yourself right now. Go down to the comments and write two simple words, Day 1. This isn't for me, it's for you. It's your public declaration that today is the day your new journey begins. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me today. If you found this helpful, I think you'll get a lot of value from my next video, where we'll uncover the 3 healthy breakfast foods that can secretly damage your arteries. I'm Dr. Audrey Wells, and always remember, small changes today create a much stronger tomorrow.